We want to start from the Ashanti region, where there is marked improvement in the observance of social distancing by traders at Bantama and racecourse markets in Kumasi, though wearing of protective gear is almost absent. Traders say the shift system introduced by city authorities to reduce congestion and potential spread of the coronavirus is working. Nanas and Sumens have visited some markets to interact with traders and authorities on the compliance levels of safety protocols.
The racecourse market. This is one of the busiest markets here in Kumasi. We've realized that most of the traders are adhering to the social distancing directives that the city authorities and the market authorities are ensuring them too. But what we are picking from the grounds is that most of the traders are not wearing protective gears. So we want to get closer to them and then speak to them and ask them why they are not wearing a protective gear to ensure that the foodstuffs they are selling to the consumers are wholesome for consumption. Mami Pacho, I'm about JoyNews TV. You're from saying?
I'm not to Zakari.
You saw what time there, but on nose mask, I didn't tell.
You see, I'm a private in a member, but room is a meton, meton bees in a catty.
What nose mask?
Yes.
Yeah, Shamai, why? Okay, nice. Mama, also, you want to ocean nose mask? Ocean nose mask, quite better for the ball.
A big boy, Miss Abayam from Mano Bar, a bit in your Papano. I think so. Semiso me bibia, and quabon tin for Bonibia and Fama.
So, she's also a trader here. She's improvising with her handkerchief to cover her nose to ensure that she doesn't sneeze or whatever she sells to the public is wholesome. Okay, let's get closer to some of the traders. Okay, let's speak to this lady. Mommy, I'll come about JoyNews TV. Yeah, Frozen.
Pacho me the anti-dufi.
Anti-dufi. You know, we should nose mask, we should glasses. You didn't ya?
Me Pacho, I'm doing that to me. Yeah, ready.
She's also saying that she also improvised with a scarf to cover her mouth to ensure that the goods are also wholesome. And I said, "Wait, you're into me, what's all the nose mask?"
Me too.
Okay, so let's move to another trailer here. About you say what did you now? I want to nose mask. Didn't you?
About me, Shana, my homemade. I'm into me, home into me.
Say Araba, what's ocean nose mask? Said the bear, then I'll turn and say, woman's secret, not into me, and fire and commode.
Maybe I try.
And then I'll be a phone.
Pacho me to be a shit. Pacho me the queer.
So this is Akia. She also sells fish, obviously, as you can see her packed on the table. She says when she wears the nose mask, she finds it difficult to breathe. That is why she doesn't wear the nose mask. But henceforth, she'll be wearing it.
Market administrator at Bantama Sub-Metro, Oliver Opoku, says enforcement will be intensified to ensure the protocols are strictly adhered to.
As management, what we intend doing is to probably get a local manufacturer to come up with a locally produced nose mask so that a trader could probably buy two. You use one for today. When you go home, you wash it with warm water and then you iron it and then you bring the fresh one to market the next day. Then you'll be rotating like that.
Meanwhile, the concerns about traders in securing nose masks and other protective materials are being addressed by local producers who are virtually idle to the lockdown. Fashion designer Aboagye-Wiafe has lost business because she's not offering essential service. She, however, finds solace to sew nose masks with local fabrics for distribution to health workers and other members of the public for free.
So I sat home and decided that then, why not start making use of my time and then the few materials I have at home to produce nose mask. I contacted some doctors and then they approved that the kind of fabrics I have were pure cotton, which means that we can use it for the nose mask. So far we've shared enough. We've shared about 200 And then plus what we have given out today, we are hitting about 250. And fortunately for us, because we are donating for free, it's touching the hearts of people, so they are supporting us in cash and in kind.
Nana Asensumensa reporting